All right, we're back with Gato and Carro from CannaOrganic, another local Colombian farm. Guys, thanks for joining us today. A little bit about who you guys are and a little bit about your farm.
Okay, we are growing 20 years ago since 90s. We grow organic, sun growers.
Mm-hmm.
We grow with the moon and all the planets. We are really connected with the plant.
Mm-hmm.
We really believe that it's a live plant. So we respect too much the plant because the plant give us everything.
Yeah, and I really admire what you're talking about because in our culture in America, the respect for the plant has gone down and it's more all about the money, you know? So it's refreshing to hear people that talk about the connection with the spirit with the plant, you know?
Yes,
Because it has been a
yes,
source for humans forever, you know, for medication, you know? And
yes.
you mentioned your sun growers and organic. So do you use native Colombian soil?
Yes.
Yes?
It's Colombian soil, and we think if we are working with a sacred plant, we have to treat the plant like that. I am a teacher, and my husband too, and we give classes
Mm-hmm.
all over the world. And always we try to give the message that leave the plant free,
Mm-hmm.
because if the plant have all the things for growth in natural places, the plant is going to feel like better.
Mm-hmm.
And we, I don't know how to say in English, aprovechamos mucho el sol, los térpenos tropicales.
No tocamos
That,
los recursos naturales. Tenemos
yeah,
el mismo invernadero, nos provee el agua.
okay. That they take advantage of all natural resources. So
Mm-hmm.
they try to not abuse of the earth, they're
Yeah, so they're
green.
working in
They're very
harmony
green,
with
yes, with
nature.
nature,
Yeah,
correct.
and that's amazing because that's what we try to do too in California. We're sun grown also and organic. And we've realized sometimes less is more, you know, keep it simple and don't fight the environment, you know, and especially with genetics, you know, grow genetics that are good for your environment. So what are some of the genetics that you guys like to grow here?
A lot of different genetics, because our environment it helped us a lot to grow really good. We already grow land races
Mm-hmm.
and different kind of genetics like gorilla. I like it a lot.
Gorilla?
Gorilla
Mm-hmm.
is gasoline. Some of tangies.
Tangies.
Another one, bananas is so good. I love haze. Haze is in the past, but I love it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Some cheesy things and
Y
I
muy
like cheese.
importante, las raíces colombianas,
It
como
is.
la Colombian
Colombian
Golden,
rice.
Yeah.
la Punto Rojo, la
Exactly.
Mangovichi.
Mm-hmm.
Hay una genética distinta aquí en Colombia que se llama el marihuanillo. Lo extinguieron los propios agrónomos al ver que era una planta demasiado invasiva y colonizaba los cultivos de papa y se los comía completamente.
So you said
Okay.
agronomists are from Colombia, some of the best ones?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So like they grow land races that are basically acclimated to the environment.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, and working
And
with your environments with these land races are amazing. It can really take the plant and the genetics to its truest potential, you know, because you're working with nature, you know?
yes, what we like from that is they are really strong in sickness and bad things
More
because
resilient,
yes,
yeah.
they're more
more
resilient to
resistance.
the environment.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and you don't want to have to grow plants that are going to develop mold or not grow good in your environment
Yes,
specifically.
we grow with 100% of humidity,
It's
but
a
I
different
like
monster.
it because when you put a plant
Oh, yes.
inside, the genetic start to lose their power,
I
you
agree.
know?
It's totally different expressions. We will run the same pheno, so the same exact clone from indoors to sun-grown, and I feel that the sun-grown takes it to the better level. And it may be the spectrum of the sun, or I don't know. It may be just like the connection with nature, like you said.
El
Look,
sol
what
tiene
happened?
betacaroteno, las lámparas
Yes,
no. Tiene
yes.
energía
I don't know how to say
pránica
it,
que
but
se
he says
conecta
that
con la tierra.
the sun has properties that we cannot mimic
Exactly.
And
And the lights
pranic
don't have that.
energy
Correct.
Yeah.
and about, ¿cómo es que se dice? Se me olvidó.
Y al
Los,
principio,
las
mycelium,
microrisas,
mycelium.
mycelium,
mycelium.
Because look,
Mycelium.
look what
Yeah, yeah.
happened. We are, I am 44 years, but land have too many years.
10,000,
So it's
20,000.
all the knowledge because myceliums
Yeah, it
connect
retains the
all
knowledge. Yeah,
the plants.
the network.
And I think if we grow a plant with the myceliums,
It taps into the
it's
network.
going to have all the power
Mhm.
of all the nature,
Mhm.
like the sun,
Mhm.
with all the vitamins
Mhm.
and things like that. And for washing, the heads are bigger, so I like it a lot.
I agree. So that's a good point you just brought up, because one thing we've talked about is when we run the same phenotype from indoor compared to our sun-grown yields more.
Yes.
So we get better yields and usually better heads. And like you said, it's usually because of that sun connection, you know?
Yes.
Es que es como tener un niño en una pipeta, una probeta,
Una incubadora.
en una incubadora y tener es lo mismo el indoor. El indoor salvó las plantas cuando querían extinguirlas, ¿cierto? Pero nunca va a reemplazar la luz al sol, nunca va a tener la misma conexión.
They
He's
lose the
saying that, so
connection.
yeah, exactly. You lose the connection. It was made for preservation. Indoor lighting was made to preserve plants, but it's not really meant for them to thrive.
To flourish. Yes,
Exactly,
exactly. So for people that need to store genetics inside, it can keep them alive.
Correct.
But if you really want to see a plant taken to the truest potential, it should be in connection with the
Yes.
soil and the environment.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. You guys are doing everything that I have wanted to platform. So I'm really thankful that Carlos brought you guys over today, you know,
Yes.
because everything you're speaking about is what we try to do in Mendocino, California, you know. So we're 12-hour flight away, but we're doing the same practices, and I really appreciate it, you know.
Hey, un
Oh, thank
momentico,
you.
traducime para
Thanks
los
to you.
latinos también, para que nos escuchen y sepan lo
Que
que
él
dice.
está muy agradecido de lo que estamos diciendo, que gracias a Carlitos, que, o sea, él le gusta mucho porque ellos tratan de hacer
Yo
lo
te lo
mismo.
traduzco también porque yo también te lo quiero decir, que queremos agradecerlos a ustedes por todo lo que hacen por la planta, por la mata. Es una pasión y se nota, ¿ya? Eso es lo que él está tratando de expresar, las gracias por todo lo que hacen.
And we are so grateful, first of all, with the plant, because the plant unites all of us, and it's a lovely plant. So that's that we need to church to the world, because this is that the plant give it to us, so we have to give it to the world.
No,
And
y gracias a ustedes por difundir este mensaje. Y no somos solo nosotros, hay un grupo de luchadores en Colombia, que la historia de Colombia no fue fácil. La planta fue satanizada y hubieron muchas muertes, muchas masacres a base de esta planta. Y todo.
Déjame
Dale,
para que no.
dale.
He wants to thank you and thank us for delivering this message, because there's a lot of people here in Colombia that have suffered just to get to where we are today.
Yeah,
A lot of people have died just to get the plant to where we are today with it.
that's
So,
true. There's been a lot of sacrifice, you know,
yeah,
and
of
it's
course.
overlooked, you know, because some people that come into the market today, they don't know what went into getting it here. So
Correct.
it's important to pay homage to people like you that have been doing it for 20 years, you know. That's amazing, and in an environment that's not legal and not easy to cultivate, you know.
Correct.
So we really appreciate you guys for everything you do.
so we appreciate that we can send the message to all over the world, because I think our mission is get free the plant.
Yeah,
Hay que liberar
It's
la
all our mission.
planta.
Es
Hay que liberarla.
es la misión que todos tenemos en
Y a
común.
todos nuestros
Yes.
muertos
Sí.
en Colombia por las plantas sagradas, por el cannabis. Esto es por ellos. La lucha
Amén.
comenzó cuando empezaron a satanizar la planta.
No, para que le
Amen.
así.
Amen.
Amén.
And he wants to dedicate this to all the people who have fallen for the plant, fighting to get to the plant, to get the plant to where it is today.
yeah, that's amazing. And I think that's the best thing that's ever been said on the podcast, and that's
Yes,
the
sir.
best place to end it. So
Amen.
thank you guys for joining us. We
Oh,
appreciate
you.
Thanks
you.
to you. And,
Yeah,
and
everybody
you're
go follow
welcome in-
CannaOrganic at CannaOrganic on Instagram.
That
Is there
was
anything
fire.
you want to say to anybody before we end this?
Hey, thanks people for believing the plan, for keep going always, and believing that we can be free and spread all the love with the plan.
Este es el principio de lo que pronto será un imperio por la liberación de las plantas sagradas. Sigamos luchando, si saben, no
Colombia.
paren, multipliquen siempre. Colombia.
Amén.
CannaOrganic estilo.
Amen.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's it. Thank you for joining us. Another Hot Dabs Sessions live from Colombia. Shout out Carlos Vives. Shout out everybody that made it possible.
Gracias,
100% humidity.
Bien.
Dripping in a pool of
Aquí
sweat.
estamos.
Might melt, but we did it. Hopefully this saved. We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
gracias.
gonorrea. Dígale que gracias,
We
gonorrea.
made it. Thank you.
He says, thank you, gonorrea.